He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he coughs it up inside the 20. Scooped up by the kicking team.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big force fumble, big momentum play created.
Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. They'll give it to the back. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down here for the offense. Pulled and fired complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Crosses the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Zips come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense, is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
Wants to throw on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble. You love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, and now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. This is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They'll try to power their way ahead. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw.
Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Akron.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out, because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
You got to pick up a ball, dude. You're going all the way down the fucking field.
Now it's 4th down.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free. But the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
The Zips have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quickly complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter.
Yes.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Got it past the marker. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Working the middle, it's complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Zips. What an impressive individual display. What speed by this quarterback.
And this defense, they were scared to death of this guy. I mean, they knew they had their hands full trying to stop him. It's one thing to do it in practice and draw it up on a board. Everybody thinks they've got a shot, but until you get out on the field, until you feel this guy's speed, you realize right away that it's going to be a long game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback checking off. On second down, just keeps firing. It's complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Cowboys want to pick up the tempo.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really high percentage. Or do I go for it on 4th down? I like to go for it, personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it, and they get the big first down.
Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Line getting set on second down. Here's the handoff. Tackled, but he has a first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That
Come on, bro.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's a final
Might have to go
now
back to Alabama
in one of the more
playbook. I've been
intriguing
pretty
games
dead
of
in
the
this
week
fucking
at
Vanderbilt
Top
shit.
25 Flash. USF sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Tampa. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. Grabs it
Hell
inside
no,
the 15.
bro.
Touchdown, Akron. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays. Doesn't matter
All right,
who
we
the
gotta wake up.
quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football. You know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players
That was a
and get them the
terrible
football
shit,
on
bro.
this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing.
Come on, bro.
Down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He fires to the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before it's finally stopped.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Second down now after the sack.
That guy out there is going to clean this play up.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Pass to 30. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Cowboys. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead and
Reels it in down the left side. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Zips want to crank the tempo. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Looking to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They
Bro,
bring him
come
down with
on.
a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Running with power. Makes the tackle.
Man out here just running around, bro. Make this man
Pick up
fumble.
of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. They'll immediately call timeout. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC can be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Fair catch called for and made. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll leave it with the lone back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Creates a little room. That defense got gashed, but they finally get into the turf at the 47. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Going up top on first down. Escapes the sack. Quarterback extends the play. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. After run, now throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
Dances away to buy time. It's caught. Touchdown, Wyoming. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. They go to the ground. Got room at the 35. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you.
This team cannot stop the run. Yeah.
Maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Out of the gun, the running back has it.
Slant right, they still go fucking
really nice job
nowhere, bro.
Open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. He has 89 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. A run for the quarterback. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll leave the offense out there on 4th down. Feeling some heat.
Get him, let's go, man.
And they got him.
That's
The
crucial.
sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball.
I should just stay to the outside.
Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
What what perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level. Creating
This O-line is so fucking ass water, bro. It is unreal.
That is a
God damn, bro is getting sacked before I can even get the fucking snap.
300 pounds. Look at him just completely cave in the center, right back into the QB.
Trying to get to it. Got it in the middle with Slater. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. They're working that left side. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Give me a break, bro. It's a linebacker. Crazy change of direction.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets
Give me a fucking break, bro. Of course. Give me a fucking break, bro.
Touchdown Zips. And that one will give him the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting.
Shit's bogus as fuck.
That are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit
Make
me
no
in stride
fucking
where I don't
sense.
have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other.
Can anyone catch him? Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden,
Running back got confused there. Didn't realize he needed to block somebody.
Before the defense even knows what happened.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score Akron 31, Wyoming 24.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Keeps looking downfield.
What am I doing, bro?
Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're
Sit your fucking bitch ass in that goddamn pocket, bro.
Knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments.
Bro, can I get a custom stem, please? Okay, cool. You can't get one.
On 2nd down, wants to throw.
This motherfucker is like stunting my O-line at this point, bro. Can't nobody catch a block.
And listen, the quarterback.
Fuck, this O-line is garbage.
Progressions, we see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. And he's not not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity because first and second down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
4th and 1, turn around, hand it off to your bell cow running back, and let him go move the sticks. Great job.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment.
No high ball is nasty, bro. Give me a fucking high ball. Making this motherfucker look like he's something, bro. God damn. And of course, we can't wrap up. Give me a goddamn high ball.
Not only do they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. And remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field.
Come on, bro.
They now flip it. That could be a
God damn, this team is sorry as a bitch.
The century mark with 102 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31.
Can we stop the streak, please? You know it's coming. Stop the fucking streak.
Might as well run him until they stop him.
These motherfuckers can't stop a goddamn parked car, bro. I might as well run fucking 4-4 all goddamn game.
Hangs on to the football like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
The back goes in motion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
This is a 3rd and long. He'll keep it himself.
Bro.
Oh, no, the ball popped out.
Thank you. God damn. Motherfucker been running with this motherfucker. He's Cam Newton or something.
And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drive together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble. Big-time costly mistake.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Great spot to attack there. Right off the turnover, try to strike and keep them real.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense,
Either going to fucking, either going to lose this bitch.
try to make a big play.
I'm not sure what the
won, or
quarterback
we
saw on
going
that one, but that was a
motherfucking
very quick decision to take off
red.
and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. They'll go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd down.
Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll go right back to the run. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field
Bruh.
goal try.
This shit be bogus as a bitch, bro.
That'll be a loss of 3.
Cannot make this shit up, bruh. Getting fucking tackled on a handoff is nasty, bruh.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense.
That shit's so fucking bogus, bruh.
Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the 1st down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
Well, y'all would have, if I would have shit would have got turned back, bro, I would have smashed my fucking face through this monitor.
Checking to make sure. And the Cowboys will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion.
My stupid ass, bro.
Back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Throws to the tight end.
Please, thank you. Finally get a fucking high ball.
Just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
I don't want to say that bitch, actually.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. This is a designed run. And he'll race it to the house.
There's a lot of time left to go for 2 here.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or
Did not look that good.
you go for the win. You try to take the lead. That is a you decision.
Direct snap. He gets it in there.
Come on, now let's get a fucking stop.
I believe they didn't settle for the time, and they take the lead here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Here we go.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He's going to pass on second down.
There we go.
And he
Come on.
Get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
Thank God. I thought he fucking caught that bullshit.
His fingers incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, they're trailing in this game late. The defense knows it, so they're playing for pass. 2 plays ago, they get the sack. This time, they force an incompletion. Not a lot the offense can do here to catch him off guard. They're just going to have to make a huge play here on fourth down.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's taking a deep shot.
Let's fucking go, Wyoming. Way to finish.
Trouble with the pick. No room to return, but no.
You gotta let your fucking nuts hang sometimes. These motherfuckers ain't big for no reason.
They're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of the season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite.